All right, guys, I wanted to do a video on 3 different book hauls that I did. They're all a little different, so I thought it might be fun. One is a outlet store we live near a bigger city than the little town I live in, and this outlet store is on the south side. Me and my wife were actually in a volleyball league, and we were passing it, and she had been there once and told me I should check it out and talk to them about books. So she gets the credit for all this. Made a connection, went and got some books. That worked out great too. The whole point was to gain a new source. They've already, reached out and have more. That one's special though, and you will see why, the condition of those books and where those books came from. And then one is a church library that reached out. And so I cleared that one also. Anyway, so I wanted to show you the hauls, and then I wanted to show you the reports. So I will first show you the outlet haul right now. So this is one of those Black Friday deals outlets where they get semi-loads of Walmart, Target, and Amazon. As you can see, really nice condition. A lot of these are looking like basically brand new. See here. Yeah, pretty cool. Also, it's a liquidation pallet, so it looks like I'm gonna get some random stuff. So that's pretty cool. So we'll see how that goes. That pallet's looking like a lot of probably fast movers. This one looks to have more textbooks. Looks like this. So yeah, anyway, so that's the liquidation. So you can see this one is huge. This one they crammed full and it's splitting apart. This one's a little bit smaller. So like I said, incredible condition on those books. So now what I would like to show you is a report on how those books are doing. So on the program we use, I label all the sources. So I had actually labeled that one Black Friday sales. So I'm able to track the last 30 days. It hasn't quite been even 30 days. Yeah, so you can see it's pretty cool. It breaks it out in a chart, color coded per platform. But you can see here, we've done 1,562 on Amazon, 1,128 on eBay, 262 on Abe, and then these little guys right here, Libris, and our website. So just under 3,000 total. So yeah, not bad. Dates back to the 31st of March, and it is the 18th of April as of now. So this is obviously, these were a lot of fast movers, nice books. You can see, I'll show the difference. So this is the average sales price. So there you go, $14.46 on Amazon, $10.95 on eBay, $7.28 on Abe, and $6.57 on Libris. So yeah, not bad. I paid a total of $200 per Gaylord, so $400 for that. For both those Gaylords. It's been 19 days and it's already made almost $3,000. So had a feeling when I looked through that, I'm sure you guys did too, when you saw how nice those books were. Was able to list majority of them in very good and like new, which I rarely do, but when they look like that, I'm going for it. So yeah, those have been great. We'll see how long they sell. And then, like I said, the whole goal was to gain a new source. Obviously it worked, because now they have more. They actually have more stores even outside of our state that they're talking to me about. So let that be an encouragement, guys. Just go for it. If you're wondering if there's a chance, walk in the door, ask for the manager, talk to people. Worst thing they'll say is no. It obviously pays off. Okay, So the next one is that church haul. So they reached out. I ended up paying $250 for this one. I don't normally pay that much, even for like this. They're just super kind people. I have a soft spot, and so I ended up saying I'd give $250. And it was actually after a lot of back and forth, because the guy was like, well, there's probably a lot of money there. And I'm like, yeah, totally, go for it. He asked for my advice on how to list them. I was telling him, and I think, and I wasn't even purposely doing it, but I think after walking him through the process and warning him like, hey, you're gonna need some space, because some of those are probably long tail and they might sit for a while. After all that, he's like, yeah, you know what? Actually, I'll take the $250 and I'll just keep some books for myself. And I was like, all right, deal. So I will show you that haul right now. I am now headed to the next location, which is that church library. Yeah, we'll see what those things look like. That's going to be a little more work. Yeah, it is. It's beautiful.
Pretty amazing, really. I was married here 27 years ago, which I don't know if that's not a good idea, but, well, not everyone, but in a lot of them, his name is in the front, in the deal there.
And not down there. Those it's just
those
everything
are mine.
right here, right? Okay.
These are Bibles, so I'm keeping it stops right here. These are Bibles,
Okay.
and you can use this card.
All right, I'm on load number 2. Okay, so here's the church inventory. We got 1, 2, 3. That's our normal source. And then 4 is the one I'm waiting on that I talked about. Okay, so in this, we got a lot of books. This one is a 3-volume set, right? That are in great condition. So that's pretty cool. You got some that obviously have wear, but very cool title searches. So for those of you who are not in the book world, you got barcodes, ISBNs, and then you got title searches. So books like this, right? There's a chance it has an ISBN on the inside cover. Boom. It does not. So most sellers, and what we used to do is toss those, either sell them to somebody else. Places big like thrift books will take them, or recycle them. Sadly, a lot of people do that, and we did it too. Well, we look them up now. So it's called title searching. Obviously, it takes longer. You have to train your employees on how to do it. You have to train your employees on when to stop, when's too long, and to just move on and dud the book. So it definitely takes more investment, but these are the books that will have the higher margin, because most sellers are not looking them up. So there's less sellers posting them. Some you'll find that have a sold history on eBay that there's no fresh listing of that book again. You're the first one on there, and so then you're able to list that book for hundreds sometimes. So that's why I'm excited about this source. This source clearly has a lot of books that we will look up, that specifically religion. I just know, after doing books for so long, that there is a good chunk of money in these books. So obviously that one was a lot more work. Wasn't bad though, but definitely an experience. Even had a funny run-in with a homeless guy. I survived, but he was very mad at me. So we figured it out, but let me show you the numbers on those. Those are obviously different, but I was actually more excited. This was on the same day as the Black Friday outlet sale store. I was more excited about this one. I'm more excited about titles and ISBN searches, and specifically religious books. I know they do so well. So then older religious books, I was stoked about it. Ironically, right? You saw the other one, you'd think that'd be the best. I was actually really excited about this one. So these are long tail books, right? But paid $250. Let me show you how the source is done so far. Okay, so I labeled that one right here, City Life Church. We'll let that load. So same thing, it's been going for 19 days. Here we go. So on eBay, it's done $1,002. Amazon, $277. Abe Books, almost $200, which is awesome. So total, 1,486 revenue total. So obviously slower than the other one, about half of the other one, but less units sold, which is the cool thing and not surprising. One thing was a set of 2 books sold within the first, right here actually. So on the 4th, that was great. And then another set of some books sold here, just a couple books. So had some high sellers. So let me show you also the difference here. If you remember, on Amazon, it was, I think 14 something for the fancy source, and I can't remember what it was for eBay, but you guys watched it, so you know. But here we got eBay average sales price of $17.28, very good. Amazon $12.62, Abe $8.56, and a Libris $9.37. So overall, I am very happy with this one, and there was a lot listed, and so it's kind of cool to see that, out of not very much sold, we've done this revenue. So yeah, these are just a couple book hauls that I thought I would share with you guys. My overall just kind of advice on this stuff, again, is if you're a bookseller and you're wondering about, if you're just wondering about things, like, I wonder if they would make a deal with me, I wonder if anybody's ever asked them, you're never gonna know unless you just go for it. And some of the coolest connections I've had, especially within this last year, has just been me going for it. Even platforms that are well known, specifically for books, just emailing and working on getting a hold of the CEO. So I'm just telling you, it is worth it. Go for it, guys. Worst thing they'll say is no. Track your stuff if you can. It's so great to do that. Track your sources if you're going to continue to get books from a certain area, a certain person, or a certain store. Just when you list it, I know some people who don't have a partner software like this. I think Max with Paper Gold said that he puts the year on his. I would say, even if you have multiple Goodwills you go to and you wanted to start tracking, one gives you a lot, just put a little, initial in the SKU there at the end. So then you can track over time. What's the source like, and so what I like to track on my semi-loads is, this source sends me a lot that seems to be barcode heavy, fast mover heavy. This source, actually a source right now out of Illinois that I've been processing, tons of amazing title finds, cool antiques, first editions, Stephen King book I've never seen before. And so we're finding tons of title finds in this source out of Illinois. And so it's worth it. Track your stuff. You can look back on it. You can make logical decisions based off your data that you've tracked. So anyways, there's the book hauls. I'll continue doing this. I used to not do this because I would buy semi-loads from all over the country. I am changing the way I do my business, and I would much rather make more connections like this, much rather take my time and energy to go clear out libraries, because I know that's where I'm going to find the gems. And I'll just keep on bringing in semis to keep the wheels turning, but goal over time is to fill my inventory with specialty books like this. And so thanks for watching, guys. Sorry it took so long to do another video. I plan to do a video soon of some of just the very cool finds I have found, and we'll go from there. So thanks for watching. Bye.